I feel like the title of my magazine, because it's got so much in common with the Rolling Stones cover, it'll be a sort of cultural marker for my audience, creating like the people who feature in Rolling Stones might want to give this a try. And because Rolling Stones was back in the day, like primarily like like guitar band magazine before like hip hop came onto the scene, I feel like that font could like determine like a make or break sort of situation. The cover image I use, it's of 5 young lads, and like they've all got like sort of like an alternative indie sort of dress sense. Like although they're sort of like stylish, like with like groomed hair and stuff, like there's still like vegan faces about them, which like suggests like no emotion, which fits in with hegemonic masculinity. And as for the way that they're postured, the one at the back's the lead singer, and the one on the far left is the drummer, which suggests like just sort of a contrast, because usually it's the other way around. And I think this suggests unity, and I think like Britain, there isn't really one big band anymore, like it's just solo artists that seem to make it like within like a rock genre nowadays. And I think like there's a market for that sort of represent a social group that isn't being spoken for at the moment. My tagline, Britain's most exciting band, I think that's sort of just like a summary of like what it is my magazine's about, like exciting and like just raw energy, and like the Britain's the key word there. Like it's all about British music and stuff like that. The band name Marlborough, it's obviously named after a cigarette, but I think like smoking culture, it's very much a working class thing nowadays. It never used to be, and it represents like the rebel, the bad boy. So I think that's relevant to young lads and me main target audience. Like I think it'll represent a social group, like I said, that isn't being spoken for at the moment. 12-page festival guide. I think that fits in with the genre. The genre of my audience. I feel like my audience will be able to empathise with that, and like they'll like it may entice them to buy the magazine. And then once they've bought the magazine for that, they'll probably read through the magazine and realise that the stuff that's been spoken about relates to them. I think the festival guide is relational to the social group of like an indie alternative subculture. Some of these bands are Noel Gallagher, Bruce Springsteen, Paul Weller, Bob Dylan, Native Chain, Liars Lie, This Way to the Exit, all are like an indie sort of band, so like they feature throughout. And because I've decided to emphasise how much these bands feature, I think it'll work in my favour, because rather than like NME who's like moved sales towards like rap artists as a cover image, I've stuck to my guns and like focus solely on one genre and one genre only. It might be a niche market, but it'll represent a social group of an indie like teenager, and that won't change. Like that's my target audience, and that is it. The Indie Magazine of the Year represents the exact same thing. The Indie Magazine of the Year represents the exact same thing, like an indie audience, and that's all I want it to represent. And the fact I've used the title suggests that like my magazine's got critical success as well, which may entice people to buy it like just like momentarily.